Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today I want to talk about something that can directly impact your health and longevity. Do you ever feel anxious at night, not knowing if you'll wake up in the morning? Are you worried about whether you'll see your grandchild's wedding or your great-grandchild's first birthday? It turns out that the ordinary olive oil in your kitchen can either extend your life or shorten it. Many people use it incorrectly and face serious health problems. Today, I'll explain how to avoid that. I'm going to reveal the power of olive oil that is usually kept hidden. It's an amazing fact, and it's not always easy to explain medically. My grandmother suffered from heart problems until she passed away at the age of 89. But my grandfather, following my olive oil rule, lived to 98 in good health and passed away peacefully. That difference is the secret I want to share with you today. If you carefully follow my recommendations, you could live to see your grandchild's graduation, your great-grandchild's first birthday, and beyond, staying healthy along the way. Some examples from my experience. A 75-year-old man had been taking cholesterol medication for 15 years. But after he started following the olive oil rule, his cholesterol normalized within just 1 month. An 80-year-old woman who had suffered from arthritis for 15 years was completely free of pain after 3 months using this approach. Now let's move on to the facts about olive oil. For centuries, it has been called liquid gold. It brought significant benefits to Mediterranean populations. They had far fewer heart and vascular diseases. So why don't doctors talk about this today? The reason is simple. Pharmaceutical companies don't profit when people treat themselves with products they already have at home. It's important to understand. Olive oil can either help or harm you depending on how it's used. Real olive oil contains beneficial compounds like allicin and polyphenols. They strengthen blood vessels and reduce inflammation. But if used incorrectly, these substances break down. You also have to be careful with fakes. Many oils sold in stores are actually blends with other oils and don't contain the necessary compounds. True extra virgin olive oil must be high quality, otherwise it's almost useless. Some people think fats are absorbed in the mouth or stomach and try to hold oil in their mouths. That's a mistake. Fats are only absorbed in the small intestine, so holding it in your mouth or taking it on an empty stomach without understanding the process doesn't bring benefits beyond a ritual. For people with constipation, olive oil can be helpful. It stimulates the gallbladder, improves intestinal movement, and makes bowel movements easier. But if you have gallstones or a history of pancreatitis, caution is necessary. Even beneficial substances can cause harm in excess. Proper storage is also critical. Olive oil should be kept in a dark, cool place with a tightly sealed lid. Light, heat, and air destroy its beneficial properties. When heated above 320 degrees Fahrenheit, the beneficial compounds break down. So it's best to use olive oil raw or with minimal heating. Now let's talk about combinations. To maximize its effect, it's important what you pair it with. For example, combining olive oil with tomatoes boosts heart protection. Lycopene in tomatoes and allicin in olive oil work together to reduce inflammation and lower cholesterol. Pairing it with garlic increases the anti-inflammatory effect 5-fold, which is very useful for arthritis. Adding nuts makes olive oil especially beneficial for the brain, lowering the risk of dementia and Alzheimer's. It's important to remember, overusing olive oil can be harmful. Drinking it by the glass or frying with the same oil every day can lead to pancreatitis or systemic inflammation. Proper use involves quality, food combinations, and timing. The most effective way is to take 1 tablespoon of real, extra virgin olive oil in the morning on an empty stomach. This helps cleanse your vessels and reduce inflammation. The second most effective time is at lunch, adding it to salads or cooked dishes. Late evening or after a heavy dinner is the worst time, as it burdens digestion and contributes to fat accumulation. The type of olive oil also matters. Spanish picual is best for heart and blood vessels. Greek koronaki is best for arthritis and inflammation. and Italian frantoio is best for diabetics. Genuine oil can be recognized by its color, aroma, taste, and origin. A golden green hue, a fresh herb or fruity aroma, a slight bitterness on the palate, and the best production from Spain, Italy, or Greece. I've developed my own recipe for maximum benefit. 1 tablespoon of real extra virgin olive oil, 3 cherry tomatoes for the vessels, half a clove of garlic for anti-inflammatory effect, a handful of nuts for the brain. Take it every morning on an empty stomach. First the oil, then 5 minutes later, the tomatoes, garlic, and nuts. 30 minutes later, have your regular breakfast. Patients following this routine have reported significant improvements in blood pressure, cholesterol, blood sugar, and inflammation. If you have gallstones or acute pancreatitis, start with small doses. Maximum 2 tablespoons of oil per day. Store it properly, in a dark, cool place, not in the fridge, and use within 6 months of opening. So now you know how to properly use olive oil, what foods to pair it with, when to take it, and how to choose genuine oil. This knowledge could literally save years of your life, so you can witness your grandchild's wedding and your great-grandchild's first birthday. If this video was useful to you, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Ask questions in the comments, I'll answer when possible, and next, I recommend watching this video.